Everyone, T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with a side bet on XLM and Future Digibyte OG. So guys, this is a Bitcoin exclusive, and I'm going to show you why everybody on YouTube is wrong, why they all always fall victim to the bull trap, and why you end up paying the price while they continuously tell you, well, we did say there's a chance it could go down. So there was your run on Bitcoin to all-time highs. Right? Beautifully defined left shoulder, beautifully defined rounding top, beautifully defined left shoulder. Oftentimes what happens is you get a small bounce as you're retracing on the downside. That's not complete yet. If that's a left shoulder, head and right shoulder, where the hell's the hip area? Where the hell's the ground floor where it started? That's all I'm saying. If we're saying this is a head and shoulders, how can you cut it off at the right shoulder? That's not how it works, ladies and gentlemen. The pattern doesn't just end at the right shoulder. What often happens on the right shoulder is you get a mid bounce that goes pretty much 50% retracement back up, and that's how we knew at 28 to 30,000 we were going to get a significant bounce. It was much more extended than I thought it was going to be. I thought 40,000, 42,000 was in play, but after we seen it at 36,000, we upped it to 37,800 or 550, right, basically right where it hit. So this is why when you're doing technical analysis, you have to do it on the fly, because you don't know which levels it's going to bounce off. All you can do is give your best guess, and our best guess was on that left shoulder on the bottom side of the range, and it ended up playing true in this area. What I want you to do while I'm doing this is take a moment, hit that subscribe button. Also hit that dislike button if somehow I've offended you in some way. Take a look in the description and join my Twitter, because as you know, YouTube does a terrible job informing you of when I go live. The best thing you can do is join my Twitter. I put every single YouTube video out a minute after it's right after it uploads. It's the very first thing I do. I put it on the Twitter and my Discord. So if you're looking for a way to see my content without having to rely on YouTube, join Twitter. It's that simple. There's almost 30, what do we have, over almost 3,200 people now, which is crazy. Subscribe. It's crazy because we just went over 3,000 3 days ago. So that was a quick jump. So all of you join me on Twitter and we can get this word out even quicker. And then you'll know when I go live and not have to rely on YouTube telling you. So anyhow, back to this. So that's the head, the left shoulder, the right shoulder. Well, of course we get a miniature bounce. So now let's just do what we did it on a miniature scale. Left shoulder, rounding at the top of the head. Our right shoulder can be placed somewhere in here. Then we'll come down where the pattern started, right? Well, once we do that, that would define the whole left shoulder. Remember, we had the left part and then the inner part, right? The outside, because we're on the opposite side, would be in the inside, and now we'll have a nice consolidation around this area as we break through into the right shoulder, ladies and gentlemen. You see how that works? And down to the hip. And then I caution you, because once you get down to that level, right, you took the elevator kind of up on that spot, so you're probably gonna, so here's what the most likely scenario of what this will look like. Let me take out this FUD on the right side. Here, actually, let me do it the quicker way. That is not the quicker way, ladies and gentlemen. Because I don't want to delete everything. Okay. So, son of a bitch, I don't want those. Okay, so now you see what we have going on here. So we got the big, over here we got the big picture, right? And we've got our small, let's trick everybody on a bull trap that I told you from the bottom was a bull trap. Never changed my tune. So the problem is it can still have one more layer, and that's what, in this scenario, it could still technically go up to that 50,000. It's just, I don't think it's going to. I think we've started around the top personally. But, you know, I could be wrong. But in this scenario, you know, you play out and you can play out for a while and even come back up, but eventually you'd come down to here, come around, you know, and eventually you'd get back down here because you got to take some stairs down because you took the elevator up. But look what that happens, guys. That ends up bringing you back down to this 28,000, then you'll deal with it again. But if you built that structure right now, that tells me we're plowing through, and now the next part we're going to be working on is this part of Bitcoin, which means when we come through, it's not just that we come down to 28,000. This is what they're not telling you. We're going to have to come down to that $20,000 mark, somewhere in here, 25 down to 16 to build that next part of the formation. And we took the elevator up that section as well, so you very well could have a bounce down to 20 and repeat the same thing you just did from, you know, 28.5 up to 47, 48. You might do the same thing from 20 to 30. So that's what's happening in Bitcoin. Nothing more, nothing less. Until we see something else, there's nothing more to say. Everybody else on YouTube, I don't know what the reason is. Well, I do know the reason. They want easy money and they can't really read a chart. But there is one person, and I will give credit where credit is due, because I've been watching him, and there's one guy that time and time again has proven to me that he knows what he's talking about on the charts. The Wolf of Trading. Sounds like he might be from the UK. That guy knows his shit, and I would love to be able to talk to him. That's a guy that I knows, and he's being genuine. So if you want to check his page out, that's somebody I could advise you to go look at his Bitcoin. He's got it going down to at least 28,000. And he gives every reason why, you know, as well, that I'm giving you. But I'm telling you guys, this is nothing more than to get people to say, oh my God, we're going to all-time highs. Oh my God, look at this. But guys, nobody realizes you have to base it on volume. There's no volume. Even this whole run, it wasn't supported with the volume it had to run to all-time highs. And if Bitcoin's down, like I always tell you guys, at 28,000 and ultimately at 20 and 15, and this pattern suggests, like I keep telling you guys, everybody laughs at me, but the pattern suggests on Bitcoin that we would have to come way down here somewhere. And what would that do for our altcoins if it really did come down there and revert and then start back up? The pattern ends way down here at 9,700. So why wouldn't we come back down to 9,700 and finish that off? That's a huge drop, ladies and gentlemen, and that would put XRP sub 20 cents. You heard it here first. Take it to the bank. I'm not saying it's going to be under 20 cents guaranteed, but I'm telling you Bitcoin's going back guaranteed to 28,000 and further. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM and Future Digibyte OG. Share this far and wide. Do your diligence. If you want to, join my Twitter. Stay up to the minute, up to the date on my YouTube releases. Not just from XRP Future Millionaire, but from my second YouTube page, The Swing Traders Anonymous. Stay blessed, everybody.